Welcome back to the sanctuary of the untold, the library of hidden truths, and the only place on the digital spectrum where we read between the lines until the real story reveals itself. You are watching Mr. Magazine, and if you are here, it is because you refuse to accept the superficial summaries offered by the mainstream press. Today, we are turning our analytical lens toward a seismic shift in the Turkish entertainment landscape, a moment so rare that it feels like witnessing a solar eclipse. We are talking about the breaking of a legendary silence. For years, the industry has known Çağatay Ulusoy as a fortress of solitude, a man who speaks only through his characters, guarding his private thoughts with an almost military discipline. But recently, that fortress lowered its drawbridge. His recent words regarding his co-star, the luminous Demet Özdemir, have sent shockwaves through the corridors of production studios and fan forums alike. Was it merely professional courtesy? Or was it an admission of a profound artistic awakening? Before we dissect this fascinating psychological puzzle, I must ask you to secure your seat in our auditorium. If you value depth, nuance, and the truth, destroy that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. And for those of you who wish to become the patrons of high-quality celebrity journalism, the join button is waiting for your click. Your support allows Mr. Magazine to continue unraveling these complex narratives. Don't forget to like this video to help us reach every fan who deserves to know the truth. Now, let us pull back the curtain on the set of Esref Rüya. In the ephemeral world of celebrity gossip, words are often treated as disposable currency. Cheap, inflated, and ultimately meaningless. Actors praise their co-stars as a matter of contractual obligation, they speak of good energy and fun times with the robotic predictability of a press release. However, every once in a blue moon, a sentence is uttered that carries the weight of a sledgehammer. The recent statement by Çağatay Ulusoy regarding Demet Özdemir is precisely such an anomaly. To understand the magnitude of this event, one must first understand the man. Çağatay Ulusoy is not given to hyperbole. Throughout his illustrious career, he has mastered the art of the non-answer, deftly sidestepping questions about his personal feelings toward his colleagues. He is the professional's professional, usually offering polite, sterilized compliments that reveal absolutely nothing of his interior world. Therefore, when such a man deviates from his script, when he chooses words that are laden with vulnerability and admiration, the world takes notice. The reaction to his comments was instantaneous and visceral. It was not interpreted as a simple job well done. It was dissected by journalists and fans as a potential paradigm shift. The specific vocabulary he employed suggested that Demet Özdemir had ceased to be merely a co-worker in his eyes and had ascended to the role of a muse, a catalyst that was actively altering his own approach to the craft. Let us contextualize this within the framework of their current project, Esref Rüya. From the moment the first teaser dropped, it was evident that this series was not designed to be just another melodramatic entry in the seasonal lineup. It was crafted as a noir-tinted, psychologically dense narrative that demanded absolute surrender from its leads. The atmosphere of the show is heavy, laden with shadows and silence, requiring actors who can communicate volumes with a mere flicker of the eye. In the early episodes, the audience observed a simmering tension between Ulusoy and Özdemir. It was the kind of on-screen chemistry that feels dangerous, a friction that sparks real fire. But as the season progressed, something fundamental shifted in the dynamic. The scenes became longer, the dialogue more sparse, and the emotional demands more grueling. The writers, seemingly recognizing the lightning they had captured in a bottle, began to push the boundaries of what these two could endure together. And then came the turning point. The scene that would eventually lead to the confession that has us all talking today. It was not a romantic embrace in the rain, nor a tearful goodbye. It was a moment of raw, unadulterated physical peril and grit. We must transport ourselves to the set on that fateful day of filming. The script called for a harrowing escape sequence, a moment where the character portrayed by Demet Özdemir had to navigate a physical gauntlet that would terrify even seasoned stunt professionals. In an industry where insurance policies and safety protocols usually dictate that stars step aside for doubles, Özdemir made a decision that stunned the crew. She refused the double. Witnesses from the set describe a transformation. Demet Özdemir did not just act the scene, she survived it. She threw herself into the chaos, enduring hard falls, sprinting through treacherous terrain, and allowing the physical exhaustion to bleed into her performance until the line between actor and character vanished completely. It was a display of ferocity that is rare in a medium often criticized for its superficiality. When the director finally called cut, the usual bustle of a film set did not immediately resume. Instead, a heavy silence hung in the air. The kind of silence that is born of awe. It was the collective recognition that they had just witnessed something transcendent. This was followed by a spontaneous eruption of applause, not out of politeness, but out of genuine respect for the sheer tenacity they had just recorded. I want to pause here and ask you, the discerning viewers of Mr. Magazine, do you believe that an actor must experience physical pain or danger to deliver a truly great performance? Or is this level of dedication unnecessary? I am incredibly curious to hear your philosophy on acting. Please, share your thoughts in the comments below. While the crew applauded, one figure remained quiet, positioned intently behind the director's monitor. Çağatay Ulusoy. According to insiders, he did not look away from the screen even after the cameras stopped rolling. He watched the playback, rewinding the moments of impact, studying the raw determination on his co-star's face. It is reported that he remained pensive for a significant amount of time, engaging in hushed, serious conversations with the director. To his inner circle, he allegedly whispered a sentiment that would become the seed of his public statement: "This scene is not easy. Not everyone can do this." This was the catalyst. It was not the glamour of the red carpet or the chemistry of a romantic scene that pierced his armor, it was the undeniable evidence of her work ethic. It was the realization that he was standing opposite an equal, a warrior who was willing to bleed for the art just as he was. And so, we arrive at the statement that broke the internet. When finally asked about his experience working with her, Ulusoy did not give the standard answer. He said, "Demet renews herself with her acting every day. Seeing her motivates me." Let us analyze the linguistics of this phrase with the precision of a surgeon. He used the word renews. This implies a constant state of evolution, a refusal to stagnate. But the true bombshell lies in the second half of the sentence, "seeing her motivates me." For an actor of Çağatay Ulusoy's stature, a man at the pinnacle of the industry, who has nothing left to prove, to admit that he draws motivation from a peer is extraordinary. It is an admission of vulnerability. It suggests that her performance is so potent that it forces him to elevate his own game. He is not just working with her. He is competing for her level of excellence. It is a form of professional intimacy that is far deeper than any romantic gossip could hope to be. In the lexicon of Turkish masculinity, especially in the public eye, admitting that another person drives your success is a rare concession. It positions Demet Özdemir not as a subordinate or a sidekick, but as a driving force, an engine that is powering the vehicle of Eşref Rüya. The aftermath of this statement was predictable yet fascinating. Social media fractured into two distinct camps. On one side, the pragmatists saw it as the ultimate professional compliment, a tip of the hat from one master to another. On the other side, the romantics and the analysts saw a subtext laden with emotion. "This is not just about acting," the comments read. "The way he chooses his words reveals a deep, personal respect. He is mesmerized by her." The discourse shifted from the plot of the series to the psychology of the actors. Fan accounts amplified the quote, turning it into a manifesto of their partnership. But what of Demet Özdemir? In true dignified fashion, she did not rush to social media to gush or repost. She maintained a regal silence publicly. However, whispers from her camp suggest that she was deeply moved. In her recent interviews, she has frequently mentioned her desire to challenge herself, and Ulusoy's acknowledgement serves as the ultimate validation that she has succeeded in that mission. She is no longer just the queen of romantic comedy, she has been anointed as a dramatic heavyweight by one of the industry's toughest critics. The impact of this dynamic has bled out of the tabloids and into the very pages of the script. Rumors swirling in the writer's room suggest that the success of this partnership has forced a creative pivot. The character arcs are being realigned to keep these two in orbit around each other. Scenes are being rewritten to be more visceral, more intense, and more demanding, capitalizing on the now-proven fact that Ulusoy and Özdemir feed off each other's energy. It is a symbiotic relationship where the boundaries between the script and the performer's mutual respect are blurring. The success of Ezref Rüya is no longer just about the story, it is about the spectacle of two titans pushing each other to the brink. The audience can feel it. They are tuning in not just to see what happens to the characters, but to witness the electricity that crackles between the actors. We are diving deep into the psychology of artistic collaboration today. If you are enjoying this level of analysis, please remember that you can support the channel directly. By clicking the Join button, you become a producer of this content, ensuring that we can continue to bring you these high-quality narratives. And of course, checking that you are subscribed helps our community grow stronger every day. As we look toward the future episodes of the series, the stakes have been raised. Çağatay Ulusoy has effectively thrown down the gauntlet. By publicly stating that she motivates him, he has set a new standard for their collaboration. Every scene they share from this point on will be scrutinized through the lens of this confession. We are witnessing the formation of a power couple, not necessarily in the romantic sense, though the rumors will persist, but in the artistic sense. They are the Scorsese and De Niro of the current TV season, our partners who unlock hidden chambers of talent in one another. This story serves as a reminder that in an industry obsessed with youth, beauty, and scandal, the most compelling narrative is still competence. The most sexy thing an actor can do is be undeniably good at their job. Demet Özdemir proved her worth in the dust and sweat of that stunt, and Çağatay Ulusoy proved his class by being the first to applaud her. As we conclude this extensive investigation, we are left with a sense of anticipation. The silence has been broken, and the truth is out. Ezref Rüya is not just a show, it is a battleground of talent, and we are lucky to be the spectators. Çağatay Ulusoy's words were not a slip of the tongue. They were a declaration of respect that will define the rest of the season. He has shown us that real strength lies in recognizing the strength of others. Now, I turn the microphone over to you, the brilliant audience of Mr. Magazine. Do you think this partnership will lead to more projects together in the future? Do you interpret his words as purely professional, or is there a spark of something more? Let us know in the comments below. I read every single one of them. Please, do not forget to like this video if you appreciated the effort behind this script. Subscribe to Mr. Magazine to ensure you never miss the truth, and consider hitting the Join button to support independent, high-quality celebrity journalism. Until the next revelation, keep your eyes open and your standards high. This is Mr. Magazine, signing off.